Out of 10.
Oh, that's good. It's been set.
Yep.
It's been sat there for a little bit. But
Yep. We're in the Silk and Thomas in Kildare, just up the road from the Curragh, and it is what, Rich? Bucketing down.
Soft ground horses.
Soft ground horses. We like a soft grounder.
Oh, that's great.
Delicious.
Lovely. Right, we're going to go through the Saturday of Champions at Leopardstown.
And finish off with my handicap Huns.
Yes, you've got, what, 4 handicaps to pick through?
Yeah, with little each way play. You know, I always like a little bit of each way play.
We've got, the big races, and then we'll head to the Curragh and do the Curragh for Sunday.
Yeah.
Yeah? You ready?
I'm ready.
It's a 9-race card at Leopardstown.
Yeah, God bless Whirlpool.
Whirlpool.
Because people may crab, Rich, but I think it's great. I think it's a great incentive. And we said this at the Derby as well, that people who may not have the opportunity to have their horses run on these big weekends, Whirlpool is giving that opportunity. Not to mention the prizes that the grooms get.
Well, the prize money that comes in from Whirlpool as well usually gets put straight back into racing. That's what York have done. That's why their prize money's been so good this year. So fair play.
Worldwide coverage. We know the Japanese are going to be tuning in too.
They will. Shin Emperor. So the first race at 2:15, and that is the Ballylynch Stud Ingerbell Stakes, a listed race for fillies. I think we'll start you off. I think we've probably got both the same selection in this anyway. Make sure you say the name right.
Yeah, because I know on the socials a lot of people were confused between Pearl Necklace, which is a completely different thing.
It's definitely a different thing.
We don't judge. And Diamond Necklace. And Diamonds will be, I think, a girl and boy's best friends this weekend. She was so good at the Curragh, Rich. I mean, there was a lot of people left stunned, left shocked. I did my lives on Instagram. I put her out beforehand and said, I can't believe she's 8-1. And what did she do? She won at 8-1. She's odds on here, isn't she?
Yeah, I think she's 10-11 or 5-6. So she's shortening up all the time. She was odds against yesterday when I looked. I think, she's got the world at her feet.
Yeah, she does. I mean, if she doesn't win on Saturday, who's going to get the blame? Probably Christoph. Because we always will blame the jockey. We always like to blame the jockey. But I think she's good enough. I think this is tailor-made for her. Christoph, look, he mightn't be a course specialist when it comes to Ireland, but he's on good horses this weekend. It might be a worry in some ways going forward, but it's obviously not a worry for people with Diamond Necklace. Other two in here, I'll just give a mention. I might be giving a forecast here, and I think we're on the same wavelength, like we are most of the time. Brownstone is ground and course proven.
Okay.
Really good barrier trial. Gavin Cromwell's are coming on really, really well. I hope later on at Ballinrobe he does one for us. I think at a big price, Rich, was 12s last night, actually 14s now, but I don't think people have really noticed. You've got ground form here and course form. And Jack Shannon's horse, Sukana,
I think.
Sukanya.
Yeah.
Ooh, Sukanya.
8-1.
8-1. Ronnie wheeling up. Ronan knows Leopardstown like the back of his hand. And you've got Fitzella form in there. Fitzella at Ascot. You remember that? That was very, very good. I shall live off that forever. And fourth at Goodwood. So I could be giving you the forecast. I could be completely wrong. Diamond Necklace all the way for me. And then a little bit each way play with Brownstone and Sakanya.
Yeah, I'm going to play a little muggy treble, I think, on the day, and Diamond Necklace will be the first leg of that. So, yeah.
Keep it simple.
Keep it simple. Your handicap Huns coming up later. We'll move on to the KPMG Champion Juvenile, which is headed by two horses that haven't done a lot wrong. In Benvenuto Cellini and Montreal. Montreal was pretty impressive last time out, but I think if I'm going to pick between the two, Benvenuto Cellini is the one for me because of the Frankel breeding, which leans a little bit into more soft ground, and I think tomorrow's the right day. I think they both need further in time. I think they're going to,
you're looking at Derby horses.
It's not out of the question you see them both line up in the Derby next year.
Yeah, 100%.
So, I think out of those two, it's Benvenuto Cellini for me. You're going to try to pronounce?
Benvenuto Cellini.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
There we
think,
go.
yeah.
I mean, we finally got it right with Bucanero Fuerte, so we're going
Yeah,
with
exactly.
that. But yeah, no, I'd be singing off the same hymn sheet with you there, Rich. I've really, he is flashy. He is gorgeous. Anybody who's a photograph collector like me of racehorses, you're going to have your eye taken out. He was second to a horse that I still believe so much in, that's Dorset.
You love Dorset,
A
yeah.
unicorn. I love Dorset, and I think don't underestimate him as a 3-year-old. Marked him up as a Derby horse, along with Daytona. But this horse, Benvenuto Cellini, is a very, very good horse. Montreal, I have a lot of respect for. And just if the wheels fall off,
Yeah, you
with
wanted
the top
you wanted
two,
to mention this, didn't you?
yeah, a boy named Susie. Now, trained by Donica and bred by Anna O'Brien. Now, I don't understand why the fate has gone away from this horse. I know the top two are very good, but he has won on soft. He has won on soft. It didn't go his way when he ended up fourth, but I think, if you're in for a surprise, it could be a boy named Susie that does it. But
Okay.
yeah, I'm all over. Benvenuto Cellini.
Benvenuto Cellini for both of us, and boy named Susie as just a little cover bet at about 14-1.
Yeah, if you want to have a little bit of a fun bet, that way. I'm not saying houses or anything else go on, but I'll live off my 20-1 winner this week, and if I can give a 14 as well, there we go.
Yeah, we have been flying, so yeah.
Oh well, yeah.
Some more
You
to
have
come.
been flying.
The next race is the CMG Group Stakes, which is a Group 3, and we have British Raiders coming over for this. I know you want to speak about LRC, and then I'll have a little bit of a mention about him too, more in a negative light, unfortunately, but yeah, after you.
I just love Alexi. I love a horse that does what he wants, goes where he wants, wins where he wants, and he's just, for Shadwell, he is. And a lot of people say, oh, what do you mean when you say a dude? But he is. He's the type that you would come in here and have your pint with, and he would tell you what's what, Rich. He would.
I think you're right, yeah.
And I can't wait to see him. I have never seen him in the flesh, and I am just dying to see him. And he's always, every time I've put him up, he's won. So it'll get me an opportunity to just adore him in the flesh. But you've got Trust Your Instinct in here as well. Won it last year, JP's. So obviously, as usual, you watch the money, honey.
Yeah.
And Sons and Lovers also in here. Was to be an R course, but
Cruelest
had the
cut.
cruelest cut. Had the cruelest cut. So until those we've seen with Goliath as well, or Goliath, can't go into the Arc. And then them rules, France have those rules in place, and they're never going to change. We know that they're never going to change. So I think Sons and Lovers in here. Nice. He'd won at Leopardstown last time. A little bit of each way play, but I want to see LRC. This is my treat for the weekend. Now on the Sunday we know what my treat is, and we'll get on to that. But this is my treat for the weekend. All the champions out there, but to get to see a horse that you watch on the Saturday, it's like celebrities coming over,
Yeah,
and getting to see
I
my
like
Brad
that.
Pitt.
I like that.
Yeah.
I've seen him a couple of times, and
Did he do it for you?
well. So he went off. I don't know how to explain it. So I laid him at 1.01 in running, 100-1 on in running at Epsom in the Coronation when Piledriver just caught him on the line, which is brilliant. I won a lot of money. I backed him and then laid short because I know when he gets in front, he pulls himself up. Like you say, he just does what he wants.
Yeah, he does.
So he, for me, could do that again. He just, at any point, he could just go, actually, nah. He'll travel all over them and then go, actually, I'll let my mate through.
Do you think he's a bit like your spirit pony?
Possibly, yeah, possibly. And obviously, Jim Crowley would normally be on.
Yeah.
Get well soon, Jim.
Sorely missed this
that
weekend
nasty,
again.
That nasty fall last week, hopefully, is the operation.
Oh, he said, well, we've seen on socials, he says he'll be back.
Well, there you go.
And I mean, that if that doesn't knock you and you're saying you're coming back fighting, it's probably told him, I am coming back fighting. So watch out next year when we've got Baid's little bro doing his thing, Rahib.
Yeah, Rahib. Yeah, so LRC won't be my selection in this. Convergent will, and I think that's just purely based on the fact he gets the 3-year-old allowance, which I love. I talk about it all the time. And he won on soft ground on debut, and I think that's going to be enough to see him win.
Yeah. So we're crossing swords.
We're
on
crossing
the top
swords
two.
on the top two
Yeah.
in that race. I will just say that he was 8-1 when I did all my write-ups and stuff. He's now 9-2, so the each way's gone. So it's going to have to be.
Who ruined the price?
It wasn't me. It wasn't me.
It wasn't me.
It wasn't me. We'll have to go actual cross swords win only bets. So
Oh, we're going in deep.
we're going indeed.
Yeah, with your Spirit Pony.
Yeah. The next race is the Matron Stakes for fillies. Now, has the ground just come good for Fallen Angel?
Well, look, she was second in this last year to Portaventura. There's no Portaventura this year. You would think she is, ready to rock. Now, the first year she dug her feet into Irish soil was at the Curragh, and it was a deluge. Now, I mean, you had to take cover wherever you could. We're having the same on Sunday, I believe. But if she doesn't win, she's a very, very, not bad loser. I don't like to use it in that way, but she'll be a very unlucky loser. Now, she's crossing swords with January again, because, in France, January went down to her in a nostril, but January is a bridesmaid this year. She's again your Rosalian. If it was raining soup, she'd have a fork.
Yeah.
When is it going to be her turn? And could it end up that we end up with like that type of finish again?
I just don't. I think the softer the ground gets, the worse January's chance gets. I don't know if
But
that's
the better
strictly
for Fallen
true,
Angel.
but the better for Fallen Angel.
Yeah. So I'd love to see it. I mean, Carl Burke. What can you say this year?
Tell you what, he's got a decent battalion of horses coming over this weekend. He really does.
It's just, even the 2-year-olds, the babies,
Yes.
first time out, that are going up against hardcore horses that have had 2 or 3 races. He's just this year. Get on Carl Burke, even if he has your cat running up the yard. Get on Carl Burke. But I will give a shout out as well to Cersei in here. Cersei.
Do you think the ground will be all right? She won on a road at Ascot.
Road at Ascot, we've seen with Bedtime Story. She won on a road at Ascot last year, and then afterwards it never came close enough. She couldn't get to Whirl, but she was trying her heart out.
True, and that was a bog.
And I would say if there's a bit of a drift, take her. Don't take her at 4s now. But if there was a little bit of a nice drift, then take her.
Yeah.
But for me, it will be Fallen Angel. She makes the most sense, Rich. She does make the most sense. Trainer-wise, ground-wise, form-wise, coming over to Ireland-wise, what she's done this year-wise. She makes the most sense.
Okay, well, I will give a shout-out to one at a bigger price, and that is Ammo Racing's Cathedral. Now, she is a huge horse.
Yeah.
She's massive. You don't think she's a filly, I tell you, when you see her walking around. She likes to get her toe in. She won on soft on debut. She's been unlucky in a couple of really good races this year, but she's been behind good horses. She's been running in very good races. 18-1's too big.
Wow.
Each way, I'm going to have a little bit of a tickle on that, I think, because I don't know why. I don't think I've ever backed Fallen Angel, but I've always held off backing just because I'm not really sure what form she's going to show, because she sometimes turns up and sometimes she doesn't every time. So I don't want to back January on the ground. Sasine the same. So yeah, it'll be an each way play on Cathedral for me in this.
Yeah, okay for the weekend. 18-1 will be in the purple.
There's going to be a couple of big price ammo horses that I'm going to give shouts to this weekend.
To be honest, there's going to be a couple of big price winners. We have to reside to that fact, and we have to reside to the facts.
Well, let's hope we're on them.
Are we trying to be too clever, or are people going to come out spanked?
Well, not if we pick
we won't come out spanked. And if people listen to us, follow us on every social media platform possible,
Exactly.
and live trackside.
Yes.
Yeah. And we'll be able to give you, we're going to go up to the Curragh after this and do a going stick in very, very nice 6 inches. We'll see how far we're going down.
Yeah, we are going to test
But
that ground.
hopefully, nobody is going to come out spanked. 18-1, you definitely
18-1
won't.
Cathedral. Next up, we have the Tony Bett Salonaway Stakes, Group 2. Now, Skakusa is favourite in this, and I'm a little bit shocked. I think that's a false favourite, if I'm honest.
Yeah.
The horse has won at the Curragh this year and run a couple of really good races with Ryan on. Ryan's now not, unfortunately.
Goodwood, he wasn't himself.
No, he wasn't.
Rich?
I think he's maybe gone to the well too many times. It's been a long season for a lot of these horses, and I just think I'm going to say, look, if the horse wins, I hold my hands up and say I've got it wrong. But
The ground is unknown, though.
I would
This
be
is the thing.
I would be a layer at the prices, and I will try and find something else against the horse. So who have you got?
Well, Johnny Murta at the moment is very, very, and I'll talk about some of his other horses I think are quite underestimated this weekend. But Johnny Murta's horse in here, Al-Skasi, was second here to Johan in the Desmond Stakes.
Okay.
Now, this horse is second favourite, and I can see why he's second favourite, as opposed to Skakusa, who I adore. It pains me to say
I know
but
you've picked him
with
quite a
the
few times.
unknown ground, and as we've seen with Blue Points as well, Rich, the Blue Points, they'll win for you, but if you start to turn them off, it's very hard to get them back. That's what I've noticed this season.
I probably want better ground for Blue Point horses as well.
Oh yeah, completely, if you're going off that. But also in here, Coco Cabana Sands. Now, you know she is the bane of my life. Do you remember I questioned myself Royal Ascot Trials Day at Naas? And I went, will I, won't I? It made the most sense, because how long have I banged on about? And you know, we hit our 4,700 subscribers today or whatever. If you go back and look at our best bits, you'll see that day it gave Lambourne, it gave Delacroix, it gave Coco Cabana. It's given so many horses. Cersei as well came out of there. It was your point all the way through the year. It was incredible. It was like having, as we say, the almanac, if you dipped in and out of that. And it's called Classic Trials Day for a reason. Coco Cabana Sands came out of that race after a long layoff and won twice afterwards. Didn't go her way the last day. Michael O'Callaghan is a superb trainer. I think he's such an underestimated trainer. A dual-purpose trainer too. One of the best-dressed trainers as well, I have to say. But I think at a massive each-way play here, Coco Cabana Sands. Johan, I wouldn't dismiss, because he came over for the Desmond Stakes for a reason.
Yeah.
So Coco Cabana Sands, massive each-way play. But I do like Alakazi, I'll say Johnny Murta's in here at 5 to 1.
Goodness me, the sun's actually must have come out outside, because that is shining
Sun
through
has
our
got
face.
its
I'm sure you wanted to mention another one at a big price as well.
Yeah, Lord Masseuse is in here. Now, he is proven, Rich. He's proven at Leopardstown. He's 20 to 1 fun. I'm putting in these big
that's two.
horses.
That's the outsider.
Yeah.
Both outsiders in this race. Look, you can throw them.
If you've got 2 or 3 euros, if you're doing a play spot, if you're just wanting to have a fun bet, you're winning back a couple of euros. It pays for your sausage and chips, batter sausage and chips on the way home. But I think Lord Masseuse is in here. You're underestimating him too. But yeah, I've given you 2 at 20 to 1 fun there.
That's what I mean. They're not bad horses. If you're going to perm up a play spot, put a few in. Look, if one of those 2 gets placed and Skakusa doesn't, for example, then you're looking at the play spot paying massive.
And what do we always say? Each way play pays, and that's why we've done the emails every Saturday or whatever else.
Yeah.
Because it pays. And I'd rather
You had a 20 to 1 winner yesterday.
A 20 devil's advocate. A bird in the hand is better than in the.
And that should have been an email, but it wasn't. It was free on X.
It was free everywhere. Everywhere. Freebies were generous.
And you backed it for once
We're
as well.
generous. Yeah.
Right, my selection's in this. Now, I looked through and I looked through again. I wouldn't be surprised if one of 6 probably win this. And like you said, you've picked 2 horses at 20 to 1, which just shows you how open the race is. Johan won last time out, first time out for the season, hadn't run for nearly a year. Surely comes on for that run. I know the bounce factor comes into play a little bit, but I think, we'll come on for the run. I know you said that Alakazi, was second to him?
Second.
That's weird to me that he's now a shorter price than Johan. I think it should be the other way around.
Yeah.
So Johan is a little bit of value. I've got to give a shout out to Expanded.
Yeah.
I don't think the ground will be to his liking, but he was Aidan's horse for the Guineas. He was.
Was he the best he ever had?
He wasn't Aidan's horse originally for the Guineas.
Yeah.
I can't remember the name of the horse that won in France last year that then got injured.
No, I can't either.
Saint-Cloud, and then... Anyway, can't remember the name. So Expanded ran in both Guineas and came 9th in both Guineas. Not great, obviously, but hasn't been seen since. But surely is no scrubbing brush. And at 14, 16 to 1, I think I would have a small each way on him. I would.
Yeah, and I mean, you're going to be left scratching. What do we always say, Rich, when it comes to Willie Mullins or Aiden? Don't let them go off at that price.
I know Comanche Brave, they've got Comanche Brave in here, but expanded, Sumion is on. I know Sumion seems to always ride the table colour horses.
Yeah.
I noticed that. Table must really like him. But yeah, I think at 14, 16 to 1, it might even drift and get a bit bigger on the day. You can't let Aiden's go off that price. We could be walking into the winner's enclosure and thinking, 16 to 1 Aiden. Oh, and it went off, 4 to 1 for a Guineas.
You'll hear me curse.
Exactly. You won't hear me curse. I'll be cheering because I'm going to have a little each way bet on him. So yeah, expanded each way. Johan, I think still an each way price, but I'll probably just back win. If I'm going to have a bet in the race, maybe for a vlog and stuff like that, it's not going to be a serious bet. But
Plus, you have to go with Team Britain.
I've got to stick with the Brits.
You've got to stick with your team. Yeah.
Stick with the Brits. and an Aiden horse just thrown in there. Next up, the Irish Champion Stakes, the big one of the day. What a race it was last year. That was one of the best atmospheres I've seen on an Irish track. Flat. Galloping de Champ just blows anything out of the water when it comes to Irish racing and the way they get behind their National Hunt racing. The way you get behind your National Hunt racing. But yet last year, the cheer, I was down at the bottom and looking up, it was fantastic.
And it was
Auguste Rodin, Economics. It was literally, I couldn't tell who'd won.
Yeah.
It was one of those race for the ages. You've got the Japanese horses in there. Shin Emperor's back again to go again. Ran a good race there last year. I think the ground might be a bit too soft for him. But he goes on it because he's run a few times. And look, the Japanese love their racing. They get behind it. They had the winner in France weekend. They've now got second or third favourite for the Arc because of that. If Shin Emperor goes and wins, then
plushies for everyone.
There's plushies for everyone. You'll have some mates. Yeah. Shin Emperor's not going to be my selection. I think Delacroix has it to lose.
Yeah.
But it has been a long season for him. It has. He's been running for a long time. He's been in some really tough races. Ran a bit flat. Ombudsman. Okay, there was the pacemaker thing that people say they don't like. I actually really like it. I think it adds a tactical element, a bit of fun. And look, sometimes they can win. Look at Kirat in the Sussex. Exactly. So, Ombudsman was too good that day. He was 3.5 lengths behind. He ran flat. He did run flat.
Yeah.
Now, is that because he's had too many runs? Or is that because
Burkastle is quite good?
Maybe. Or maybe just rode to perfection the fractions. I don't know. He was further behind, beat Ombudsman in the Eclipse.
Yeah.
Then he's 3.5 lengths behind him. Is he starting to not go backwards, but just, plugging on as a horse that has had his best days this season? I don't know. He's short price for me. And I backed Matt at 8 to 1, thinking he's definitely going to go there. I predict that it's going to be soft ground and hopefully, it is going to be with the weather out there at the moment, although that sun has come out.
That's not going to dry anything, Rich.
No, 8 to 1, not until tomorrow. 8 to 1. I mean, I think he's into 4s now, so he's not an each way bet anymore. I wouldn't want to be backing him win, but I'm happy with my each way price. I think he won the Champion Stakes last year on soft ground.
Yeah.
And he beat Calandagan that day. He actually was closer to Ombudsman than Delacroix was last time at Ascot. I think all the things were sort of lining up that, Owen Burrows isn't going to be just sending him over for nothing. And I tell you what, Jim, I say it again, good old honest Jim, what a man. I can't believe he's missing these rides. I can't believe it. But I know you're all over Del Boy.
Yeah, I am all over Del Boy, and I mean it's a kind of a question of where do we go from here if Del Boy doesn't. Look, you've got the likes of Roaring Lion, Magical, Luxembourg. Do you remember, obviously you do, Grey Gatsby in Australia?
Yeah.
Along with the Economics and August Rodin.
Grey Gatsby always used to do this.
I think that was the kind of, this is where you want your stallion to come from, your flag bearer, and obviously Del Boy will be going to be a daddy this year. So Ballydoyle are going to want, and Coolmore, they're going to want him to win. The Eclipse, Rich, I cried. I was in Naas and I was in a heat because I believed in him so much, although Lambourne was my 5 to follow. I believed in Del
You
Boy
did
so
give him a
much
big
for the
mention
Derby.
in the fight.
I just, my 2 boys, Lamborn Del Boy this year. I love the horse. I really, really do. The last run, I just write that off. I would write it off. And the Eclipse, well, we had horses come out of that, obviously Ombudsman, etc. You can pluck from that. Do we think he's going to become another Paddington? You'd hope not, that then he goes on to, you were there that day, that British Champions, when, everything wasn't meant to be. But I think Del Boy, forgive me, Aidan, has been a little bit more looked after.
Okay, yeah.
Whereas Paddington was the iron horse and they kept going back to the well. Yeah. I will say in here, again, I'm going Johnny Murta factor, Aga Khan, Zaran.
Yeah.
Hasn't been out of the first 2. The colour the last day, Rich, he was so good. And Johnny talks about him in the same line as Sindar. Now, Johnny has ridden Sindar. And he's training Zaran. To put him in the same, that's a big statement. That is a big, big statement. So I think the horse is 7 to 1 now.
Yeah, he's drifted, hasn't he?
He's definitely worth an each way fiddle. But yeah, Shin Emperor, look, I've had this conversation with you. The ground obviously is the big question, but for racing.
Oh, it'd be great for racing. It would.
For racing.
Obviously, everyone's going to be tuning in because of the Whirlpool angle.
Of course. And obviously fans, with the Japan fans, they travel. We see it at the Arc every year. They travel, so there will be a lot of fans over. And
hopefully we'll get a few subscribers from it.
Oh, yes, completely. And very, very welcome. But DRF, Galopin Des Champs, they said they could hear the roars in Dunleary. Okay, now Dunleary is a good bit away from where it is. I'm sure you'd be able to hear the roars back to Japan if Shin Emperor does what he does. So for racing, that would be very, very good. And racing needs these type of stories, especially flat racing.
Yeah.
We need them.
We do.
We do need them. But for me, Delacroix all the way, and I think Zaran at each way play. Great to see White Birch back.
It is.
Fantastic.
Nice,
and he liked the ground.
And look, he ran in that good race when we were in Cyprus.
Yeah.
He was second.
Yeah.
So he was he? No, he was third, was he?
Third, yeah.
He was third to Los Angeles and Matt. They had that battle.
Yeah.
And White Birch was third there. That's decent form. So.
Very, very decent form.
So he wants the softer conditions, doesn't he?
He wants the softer conditions. White Birch is actually, I'll give you an old Irish folklore that you don't cut white birch because the fairies will curse you. So he's got the fairies on his side anyway.
So he's still got his...
He's still got them. He's still got
because you can't touch the white birch.
You can't cut the white birch. There you go. Don't cut the white birch.
Time for what we're calling it handicap Huns.
There's
4 handicaps out of the 9 races.
Yeah.
It's a good card. I mean, I'm never complaining that there's lots of racing. But, when I was in the States, there's like 15 race cards. I get there at 11 and the big race isn't until 7:30 at night. And you're like,
but we love racing.
It
never stops.
And it's going to be a long day, but it's going to be a good day. Hopefully we have
and then we're finishing off with
a few
ABBA.
winners. And then a bit of ABBA for music afterwards.
Will you be the dancing queen?
Always. We've actually got a little bit of an announcement to come at some point about something dancing related. But
dancing related.
We'll keep that a little bit under our wraps until maybe Monday.
Note the way I'm saying dancing related.
Yeah, exactly. Dancing related. So handicap Hans, first one, 250.
Yeah.
I haven't got any selections in this. I was like, Dawn will give us the winner in this one.
Will she?
Yeah, you will.
I always said I treat the handicaps, and Dundalk Fridays, Fundalk Fridays are coming back very, very soon. Technically, they're all really handicaps as well. So sink my teeth into the first, and the first I like Gleneagles Bay. Now he's favoured in here. You're not going to get him at much of a price, but Ammo brokered the deal with Shamrock Racing. Shamrock Racing, who were with Stephen Thorne and Ada McGuinness. So
white,
it's the
green, orange colours,
proper Irish. So they've bought Gleneagles Bay, and I think they have made a very, very shrewd purchase. The Guinness is kicking in. And I also like Tribal Nation in here at each way play. I think he's been treated very well by the handicapper. Teen Valley, their horses are good. They're not quite performing the way they have in past years, but I think, he's worth his value. Dylan Brown McGonigal, I'm saying it already, Rich, he gets the championship this year.
Yeah.
He gets the championship.
Oh, I mean, poor Colin's having to fly here, there, and everywhere, and it's gonna take its toll.
I know how he feels.
Yeah.
I know how he feels.
It's gonna take its toll. Isn't
It does when you're commuting back and forward. It doesn't matter if you're commuting down the road. It does eventually take its toll. But the ironic thing is, 3 years ago, when the flat season was finished up at Naas, it was Dylan Brown McGonigal who was like apprentice champion.
Okay.
And it was Colin who was champion. So it's like a foreshadow now. And Dylan is taking up every ride possible, Rich. Every ride that's going.
He had 110 Betfair SP winner I saw the other day. I mean, so he's getting horses that probably shouldn't win to win.
He deserves it. You know, he was a boxer. Now he's a jockey. Yeah. And yeah,
decent looking boxer. Clearly didn't get punched in the face.
No, the face is too good, isn't it? As most people say. But yeah, and if that didn't work, he could have been a model. But yeah, 100%. If he gets this championship, he so deserves it. Look, Colin can take a break for a year. Come back fighting next year.
So Gleneagle Bay for you in this though.
Gleneagle Bay and Tribal Nation at each way play.
Yeah. I don't have a selection in this, guys, so we'll move on to the next handicap.
That's right.
The Irish Stallion Farms Patingo handicap.
You've had alcohol.
I think I've got it right.
Mm-hmm.
Who have you got in this?
Well, look, the sentimental person in me, and I was on a bus on my way to see you. We were going to Goodwood, and it was Galway.
Yeah.
Guinness Hurdle. Helvic Dream had the race taken off him.
Ah, yes. And I thought it was the right decision, and you were like, no, shouldn't have been taken off him.
I think it was harsh, and I think he deserves this. I really, really do. I mean,
yeah, so that's however harsh you think it was. And
they're even harsher now. They put him up £3.
They put him up £3 for that as well. So, yeah, that's what you get. You get disqualified and put up £3.
That's what you get, but you wouldn't be saying that if you owned them.
No, you wouldn't. No, you wouldn't. You really wouldn't.
No. London City is a funny one in here, Rich. I mean, in the handicap, he's a kind of what could have been, what was. He has been very well handicapped the last couple of runs. Bless you, that could be a sign. So, I mean, I'd like him in here, but again, it's a sentimental bet for me. So I don't.
You loved him last year. He won at York, didn't he?
He did.
Then was not to be seen for.
No, and
forever.
I was wondering where was he, and I've liked him the last couple of times. He's been there, but then he just kind of goes again.
In the Ebor, you expect that he's running against really well handicapped horses. He just drifted back after running forward quite.
Yeah, and we've seen with Hip Hop. Noir today, he ended up third. He was sixth in the Ebor. So again, a couple of pluckers. Maybe the intention is Aidan going to send one over to Australia this year? Perhaps. Maybe that's the idea with him. I love, at a huge price in here, the handicap king, Tony Martin's Zanabad. Now, Zanabad has Gun for Hire, Shamie Heffernan. Shamie Heffernan will have a winner this weekend. He will have a winner this weekend. Yeah, he definitely will. He calls himself Gun for Hire. Yeah. You've got the handicap king and Gun for Hire together. He is going to give that horse the best possible ride possible. 28 to 1. 28 to 1.
Oh, you've gone for some big prices this week. I like
We're going for the money, honey. So, yeah. So Zanabad at each way play here, and Helvic Dream.
You want him to get.
He deserves it. Yeah. He does deserve it. The horse deserves it. The trainer deserves it. He didn't deserve that £3 rise.
No. Okay, fair enough. Right, my selection in here. I don't know why. It's weird. I've had a dream about this horse 3 times. That's not why I'm selecting him. Well, it sort of is, but it's just weird to have that. And I don't know why. Every time I keep thinking about those colours. Yeah. The brown with the... I don't know what that...
Anna. It's Anna stud.
Anna stud, but I don't know what that pattern in the middle even is. It's like a little...
Tell us below.
Yeah, what is it? I don't know what that thing is. But anyway, those colours, aeronautic keeps popping up in my head. 3-year-old allowance.
You love that 3-year-old.
Course and distance winner.
Yeah.
I think I'm not alone in picking him out because... he was pretty much double the price when I had a look race.
Dylan's up.
So that fits him well. I just think he's got a massive chance in this race. I think he's handicapped well for this. And course and distance, like I say, is big. You want to be knowing where you're going around Leopardstown, it's a short straight, and if he can get into a good position, and Dylan's the best person to get him into that position, I think he's got a great shout.
Yep.
But unfortunately, there's no 10s, 12s, 14s anymore. I mean, what price is he?
8.
There we go. So
Yep.
he's pretty much halved in price. So unfortunately, we've all missed the price, including me.
Are they 8?
But he's still an each way bet.
Are they 8?
I'll be backing him win only.
I mean, if you come out with an 8 to 1,
No,
will
win
it
only.
go
Win only. We'll go win only.
You're going hard?
Well, he's probably going to go off 4s.
And Buddy?
Go off 4s. Got to
Buddy.
give a shout out. A small shout to Buddy One. I can't believe you didn't pick him out as one of your selection. He has an absolute featherweight in here. We know.
He nearly killed me at Galway.
Did he?
The Galway plate, yeah. Myself and the lovely Katie Smith were there talking away, and yeah, we had a rail between us, but there
Oh,
was...
yeah, he was...
He was 6 that day.
Yeah, he
But
ran
he's
well.
won on the flat.
But the time before that, when we ignored him, he was running on the flat. We picked something else in the race, and he went and won.
That will eternally haunt
Yeah.
me. And my own grandfather, Buddy, I could
Yeah.
hear him.
Oh, I know you could. So yeah, Buddy One, 8 stone 8, I think,
Yeah.
like ridiculously low weight, gets in here. I think he's got a bit of a chance.
14 to 1 fun. With
There you go.
Rory Cleary up.
14 to 1. So there's my each way playing it. If I'm going to back Aeronautic
14
to
to
win.
1. Buddy 1 fun.
There you go.
There we go.
Right, on to the last handicap of the day, and it's the 640 Hong Kong Jockey Club handicap
Phillies.
for fillies.
All the ladies.
All the ladies. The last race of the day will be. I mean, we'll probably be pretty tired. I'll have probably had a few pints of the black stuff as well through the day. Hopefully, a few winners, and be rolling up onto this. I've got 2
Filled.
selections in this, but I'm going to let you say yours first, and then go on to mine.
Well, it comes again from now. If anybody's been following on the socials, Eleanor Kennedy has Nole Timore or Nole Timere, which means fear not in Latin, Rich. Okay,
Oh, you like Fear Not, the actual named
I
English
do
name.
like
is
Fear Not, and
Yeah.
Fear Not is my Clifford. But Eleanor, a couple of races back when Nole Timore, I apologise for my pronunciation. My friend says it's about tongue placement. I need to sort that out. But yeah, Michael O'Callaghan has Nole Timere in here for Eleanor Kennedy. Now, Eleanor said in an interview a couple of months back, and go back and listen to it because it's lovely, and have your handkerchiefs ready, that when her husband was about to pass away, he said to her, Nole Timore, which means fear not. And the horse has gone on and won twice since, Rich. And, you know, the horse is seeking a hat trick now, and there won't be a dry eye in the house, along with Eleanor and Michael. And it's a lovely story. It's a lovely story, and the horse is a horse to get behind. And what a lovely name too, you know, a lovely, lovely name. So I'm all over that. 5 to 1 at the moment, 11 to 2. Time Lock sister in here,
Yeah.
right? Haven't seen Time Lock since
No.
last year. Don't know where she is.
Baby
Contunate.
shed. Baby shed.
Hopefully baby born. Contunate in here.
Continuite.
Or continuite.
I think that's how you pronounce it. You might be right. I
Potato,
might be wrong.
potato.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Who knows? at this
Continue,
stage?
I think.
I'm only halfway through. You're,
I need to know.
and I can't pronounce it. For Judmont, you know where I'm going with this. Nicola Burns.
Yes.
Claims,
Future champion.
yeah, gets 7 off.
Do you reckon she'll win the champion jockey's title in Ireland the same year that Safi Osborne wins it in England?
It would be amazing.
How
wouldn't
good
it?
would that be?
It would be amazing. And I mean, we were literally down the road here at the Derby Talk, the Irish Derby Talk, and Mick Cannan was asked, will we see a jockey win the Derby, a female jockey win the Derby? And he said, very, very soon. Now, 11 days later, a female jockey won the German Derby.
Yes.
So I think, and I'm saying it here now, keep it. Either Safi or Nicola will ride a Derby winner. And I'm saying that now. Here's my crystal ball. Now, Safi has a couple of years
We'll
on
clip that
Nicola.
up.
We'll clip it up. We can keep it. But Nicola this year, Rich, and you haven't been over as much this year, but when you see her ride on Saturday and Sunday.
She rode at Dundalk. She was riding winners at Dundalk.
At Dundalk, so
She
you've
was
been
winning,
following
yeah.
her, but seeing her in the flesh, she is amazing. She doesn't grab the stick. She does not go for the stick. She drives them. her mum and
Which I know
dad.
how hard it is after going to David Menuzier's.
Oh, you
and
did
getting
in the simulator. You
So
know when
check out our vlog from David Menuzier's if you haven't. You'll see me on a.
he's going to do a
horse-
David
horse
Maxwell. He is.
simulator.
I promise you that he's going to ride some way. There you go.
Yeah, probably.
You've heard it here first. That's our big news. But Nicola Rich at 17, her and Shamey at Galway. There's like 30 years between them. More. Forgive me, Shamey, if I'm wrong. But to be like that neck and neck for her, and she is incredible to watch in a finish, and she is a credit to Ger Lyons knows what he's got there putting her up. So I think Consternate, whatever she's called, follow Nicola Burns. Nicola Burns this weekend as well. She'll get you into the place money. She really, really will. And that 7 is valuable. Now,
Massively.
Wayne Hazlitt, I think he's nearly on to 70 winners. He'll get the Apprentice Championship this year, 100%. So you're going to have two from the stables, Dylan and Wayne from Joseph's.
Oh, that'd be class, yeah.
That would be so class.
Wayne.
But again, like you say, in a couple of years' time, Safi and Nicola. And there's some very good female jockeys coming up, but I truly believe there's your Derby jockeys, your female Derby jockeys, and it's great to see, Rich.
Okay, right. My selections in this race. First one, Proxima Centuri. Seen the horse in the flesh. Looked.
Did it hurt last time?
It did because it wasn't that I ignored the horse. It's just I didn't know it was running. Did it win in France? Did it win?
Ireland. She was to run in France last week. She came out.
Okay. Yeah. So I didn't back her. I don't think
Alpha Centauri's daughter.
I don't think I added her to the tracker.
Yeah.
So I didn't know she was
You
running.
were working, and you then were not. You seen later on, and
Then
it
I was
hurt.
like, oh gosh, she bloody won. Which because I backed her that day on one of the vlogs, and
Your head was elsewhere, though.
she got beat. 4th, I think she came that day.
You didn't listen. I had the winner though.
I know you had the winner. I was trying to find you, and then
You
couldn't find you, and then ignored the one you were saying about, and picked my own and lost. So that's just.
And then
usually
next
the way it
time,
works.
look, this is what happens. But will she do you good this time, Rich?
I think she's now into a handicap, decent enough weight. She's a big horse, so she should get through the ground all right.
Looks nothing like her mum
No.
or her brother Saturn. Nothing.
Oh, yeah, true, yeah. So yeah, I expect a big run. I don't know what price she is.
She is 8-1.
Oh, so she's been backed a bit as well.
She'll like the ground, though, Rich. She will like.
I think she will like the ground.
No, she will.
I think that's the thing. A lot of the selections I've been picking through this vlog are horses that I know will like the ground, or that I think will like the ground, and that's why the prices have gone because everyone's seen the
The
rain.
heavens have opened.
They've seen the
heavens
rain.
have opened, and it's not just a dribble.
Oh no, it's like the world's going to end. It really is. So. One last selection in this race is Empress Artemis. Most of the time a bridesmaid this season. Did win last time out though. It's a massive price. 22, 25, maybe even 33 to 1. You're probably going to get bigger than that. Ger Lyons trains.
Joey Sheridan up.
Sheridan
yeah.
is up. I just think at the prices, I don't know why the horse keeps standing out to me. I think it's because keeps coming second, probably climbing in the weights a little bit each time for that. Because you know, like with handicaps, you run too well and not win, and then you get penalised for it. But look, if the horse can run again up to that level, then yeah, it's got a good chance.
Your Hail Mary handicap.
That's my Hail Mary handicap from the
At
last.
22-1.
There you go.
There
Proxima Centuri and Empress Artemis in the lucky last. Not to get me out of trouble because I'll have already had winners galore.
Way big winners.
And we'll also have had winners at Doncaster.
Yes.
And they are the other two.
Beautiful lead in, Rich.
And they are one of the other races at Doncaster. It's the 150. Gewan, who beat Italy last time, was a sub as well. Danny, well done, put it up as a sub. Has been bought by the same owners as Via Sistina after the win last time at York. 2 from 2 and looks a very, very good horse. I think that's the best bet of the weekend.
Really?
Yeah, I think that's the best bet of the weekend.
Do you want to say it like a Dublin person? Go on!
Go on!
There you go.
Go on! Best bet of the weekend. It's about 7-4. That is the second horse in my double.
Okay.
And the third horse is Via Sistina herself. We're going back in I'm the only one to get Via Sistina beat pretty much in the last 2 years
Yeah.
when the horse went out in front and nobody could catch her.
That was a dark day.
McDonald got off and the interview was just like, shocking, and then just walked off. I mean, I thought
He felt the same.
I felt the same way.
He felt the
Anyway,
same.
she wins on Saturday.
And who wins the ledger?
Who wins the ledger? Now, we have put up 2 horses, anti-post for sub-members, Karmas at 6 to 1.
Oh,
Maybe
so
7
good
to 1.
at Ascot. So
Maybe
good.
7 to 1.
Yeah.
And ran a really good trial in the Great Voltigeur as well, was staying on at the end.
Yeah.
And Stay True, the horse that I have said is, well, far better than Scandinavia earlier in the season. Scandinavia's short price considering Karma's beat that horse at Ascot. I think the market's a little bit skewed.
He
Stay
should have
True.
won the Derby trial.
Oh, Stay True. He would have beaten Puppet Master that
Yeah,
day
he would.
if he was allowed to. And then I thought, perfect, he's going to go the Illinois route because Illinois was second in the Derby
Yeah.
trial as well, and end up in the St Leger. Well, we found he is in the St Leger. Unfortunately,
You manifested
he
it.
hasn't had the greatest prep. He's only had 1 run since that Derby trial, and that was in. Sorry, I've got hiccups now. That was in the Great Vulture itself. I think travelled the best out of all the horses in the race. Got a little bit tired, which is bound to after so long off. So I think at 10 to 1, we're on at 10s. Could have had far bigger, but I was seeing the drift on Lazy Griff, which was real disappointing for everyone involved with the horse, Midland Park and everyone.
Come back as a 4-year-old Griff.
Yeah,
though,
I think so. And obviously needs a soft ground, would have probably got it.
Would have loved it.
It's a shame. It's a real
It
shame.
is a shame.
But when the news, it wasn't broken yet, but I could see the drift on the exchange. I was like, right, let's get on a couple of the horses we fancy. And Karma's Stay True. I think Stay True I still think Stay True wins the St Leger. I've been saying it since May.
Yeah, and think back to 2 years ago. I mean, continuous now. Well,
Yeah.
what do we do with continuous?
Oh, if Stay True ends up as a pacemaker, oh no. I'll walk down to Aidan O'Brien's. I'll walk down to Ballydor myself and beg that we can buy him.
I'm just going to do a shout out to Arrest. That's what I'm going to do. He should have won that day. He should have won the St. Leger.
second
So
in St.
let's
Leger.
hope Stay True isn't the same type of story. Shoulda, woulda, coulda. Now, for me, I'm going to stick with Lambourne.
Okay.
I can't. My 5 to follow.
Soft ground coming.
5 to follow.
Double derby.
You finally got yours with Big Mojo.
I did get a
16 to 1. I mean, come on.
Saucy still wins the
Come
arc.
on.
Saucy
no,
still wins
Saucy
the
may
arc.
win the arc, but like Big Mojo, so you finally joined the table with me. I've got a double group 1, and I think Lambourne still. Don't give up the faith. That last run was poo. Poo, Lambourne. Classic Trials Day, he was 3rd. Classic Trials Day is your almanac.
All right, there you go.
Lambourne.
Lambourne for the St.
Lambourne
Leger.
Ledger.
There you go. So I think that is everything on Saturday covered,
We covered everything.
and we will be bringing you the Curragh later on,
Live from the car.
live from the Curragh.
We'll do our heel test.
Yeah, he'll test that ground out because, well, hopefully it's as soft as we think it is,
I'm going to finish this delicious pint.
and I'm going to get another one. And cheers.
Goes down too easy.
It does.
Happy Irish champions.
Happy Irish champions, everyone.
Be lucky.
Be lucky.